another Technique Tuesday. Still gonna kind of keep going along with these progressions towards a full Turkish get-up. Before we ended up with a half Turkish get-up last week. Before I go into 3/4, I wanna teach the transition from the ground up. And I call this a half kneeling single arm kettlebell windmill. So, we need a kettlebell or a dumbbell or honestly body weight too, just like every other exercise I've been doing for this Turkish get-up. We're gonna get a half kneeling position. Now normally the knee that's down, I would usually have the weight on, but for a Turkish get-up, we're gonna have it on the front side leg. I'm gonna push it over my head, making sure the kettlebell's not in front or behind me, just straight up, and I'm packing that shoulder in and making sure my wrist is nice and neutral. So in this half kneeling position, my knees are at 90 degrees, my toes dug in the floor, and my belt buckle's pulled towards my belly button so my pelvis is neutral, nice and tucked under. Now for a half kneeling kettlebell windmill, I'm gonna take my back leg, I'm gonna rotate it, I call it a windshield wiper, where I point the toe out behind me. I'm gonna do a hinge in the hips or a sassy hip out, keep my eyes on the kettlebell, put my hand on the ground. Now if you were able to see a good angle right here, I have about an L shape with my foot, my knee, and my hand, almost like a little tripod position. I'm nice and stable here. When I go to come back up, I'm not just gonna try to push off and get up, I'm gonna use my hips again. I'm gonna hinge into my hip, get underneath the kettlebell, slide that hand up, stand up, reset the foot. And I want to teach that windshield wiper, that is a part of a Turkish get-up. So again, this half kneeling position, my pelvis is tucked, my ribs are down, windshield wiper, point the toes, sassy hip off to the side, put the hand on the ground, slide back up, reset. And I'm going to show you the other side just so you guys get a good angle. Again, whatever leg's in front, that's the arm that has a kettlebell. Neutralize that wrist, bring it all the way over your head. Make sure that belt buckle's up, ribs are down. I'm gonna rotate that knee as far as I can, my toes pointed out. And I'm gonna get a little sass in the ass is what I like to say, a sassy hip. So it's a hinge, pushing the hips away and back up. So Coach Ashley has a nice cue saying that your butt should follow where your foot is. Getting into that tripod position and hinging and getting back up and resetting that foot each time. So that's a kettlebell windmill. When we get into the full Turkish get-up, you'll see why we need to work on that transition, because we go from that half Turkish get-up, where we're right up here, sweeping into this position and coming up. So it's exactly what I was just showing you guys for half kneeling single arm kettlebell windmill. Make sure you practice all the other ones first before you get to this one. I'm kind of layering them in order of difficulty and kind of building a foundation in order. So that is the next step in the full Turkish get-ups. Next week we'll do 3/4 Turkish get-up, guys. Stay tuned.